Hey Siri, open Frunk.
Running your shortcut.
What the Frunk? Okay, I know what you're thinking. Siri commands and the Tesla Model 3 is nothing new. But that was through the native Tesla app. And really, quite honestly, the list of commands, not all that impressive. Such as blinking the lights, honking the horn, and even locking and unlocking the doors, not that impressive to me. And there are a couple of other things in there as well, but in my opinion, just not all that useful. But it was the integration of a few new things that has allowed that list to get a lot larger. Number one, the release of iOS 12. Then another app called Shortcuts, and that's through Apple. And then another third-party app known as Remote S. And it's the interaction between Remote S and the Shortcuts app that has allowed that list to get a lot larger. So again, you can see that you can open the frunk. I can also open the trunk if I want to. And the list just goes on and on and on. And we'll kind of go over some of those things that you can do and take a look at the app itself, and I'll show you the long list of things that are in there. So let's just kind of give you a little bit of an example of things that you can do. So for example, I'm at the grocery store, it's really hot outside, and I want to make sure that when I get into the car, it's nice and cool. So I say, hey Siri. Hey Siri, turn on AC. So if you listen closely, there it goes. It has activated itself. So while that's on, now I've got my groceries in my hand and I want to open up the frunk. So let's see if I can get that activated while the AC is going. Hey Siri, open frunk. So there you have it. I got my groceries in one hand and the other. Of course, I just put a couple bags in it. You know it's not very big. All right, let's say I have more groceries that I got to get in the trunk. Let's see if I can open that up. Hey Siri, open trunk. And boom, there you have it. The trunk is open. So the lights got activated here. So I was able to do 3 commands, one after another, in the grocery store and turn on the AC to make sure it's nice and cool. I'm walking out with all my bags. I can, through my phone, say, hey, open up the frunk. Frunk gets open. I have more bags that can fit in the front, so I was able to open up the trunk. As I mentioned, there are a lot of other features, a lot of other commands in there, and we'll take a look at those.
So we start off by tapping on the settings section, and this is where we can see all the different apps. Remote S is what we want to tap on. Then we tap on Siri and search. We then tap on shortcuts, and from here, this is when we're going to start seeing all of the different shortcuts within the Remote S app. So a lot of great features here. You can see you can open the frunk or the trunk. You can stop and start climate control. You can start charging. You can stop charging. You can see here the vent roof, close roof. That, of course, is for the Model S. The Model 3 doesn't have that as of yet. You can honk the horn, flash the headlights, trigger home link, unlock your Tesla, lock your Tesla, forward summon, reverse summon, stop the summon. You can close the charge port. You can even just wake up the Tesla. And of course, you can see the max cool, the max heat, and also you can see the different temperatures that are kind of preset in there as well. And some of the recent shortcuts that I have used, such as the max cool, you've also got the open charge port, the start climate control, and open and unlock. So now what I want to do is I want to show you how we can use one of these shortcuts and put a Siri command to it. So we go ahead and open up the Shortcuts app, and you can see the different shortcuts that I've got in there, the charge port, the stop charging. So what we want to do is tap on Create Shortcut, and then you tap on Search, and once you do that, all the different apps that are going to work with this app, such as Remote S, and you can see Remote S there, will show you all the different shortcuts that are pre-made for you, such as the forward summon, the stop summon, all the ones that we showed you a little bit earlier here. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and tap on Unlock Tesla. Now I don't want it to show when run, so I'm going to go ahead and toggle that off. And then from here, I tap on the right just below the done. There you can see the settings. So we're going to give this a title, all right? So it's untitled right now. So I'm going to go ahead and call it Unlock Tesla. All right, so we'll go ahead and tap that in. Unlock Tesla. Then you push done. Then you can put an icon to it, and of course you can change the color on that as well. So we'll go ahead and make it blue here. Then you tap the middle one there, and we'll go ahead and do the unlock one. Now to add to Siri, you tap Add to Siri. Then of course you tap the red button and you say what you want to say. Unlock Tesla. So there it is. It's ready to go. That's what we've got going on right now. So go ahead and push done, and we get out of the app, and now we'll go out and give it a shot.
All right, so we just set everything up in the Shortcuts app, and let's see if it works. Let's see if we can unlock the doors through a Siri command by just saying it. Let's give it a shot. Hey Siri, unlock Tesla.
Running your shortcut.
All right, doing it. All right, great.
There was a problem with the app.
So that's perfect, right? So it worked, but then it said, sorry, there was a problem with the app. So that just kind of reiterates what I wanted to say next, is that it works great, but it doesn't always work great. There have been times I've tried to unlock the front or even unlock the trunk, and it tells me, oh, sorry, there's something wrong with the app, or there's something wrong, and it just doesn't work. But for the most part, it works pretty well.
Before you move forward with this idea, keep in mind it's going to cost you a little bit. In fact, the Remote S app costs $9.99. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth the added expense for all these extra Siri commands for the Tesla Model 3? And before you answer that question, keep in mind that the Remote S app is actually pretty good. It's got some pretty good reviews and it has some bonus features. For example, one of the ones I like is the fact that it has integration with the Apple Watch. So you can do a few things from the Apple Watch, check your charge, stop and start your charge. You can unlock the doors, a few other things in there as well. So that's kind of cool. I do know that the regular Tesla app can't do that with the Apple Watch. So another thing to keep in mind is that the Shortcuts app can get quite complicated. And in fact, the things that I showed you, I would not have been able to do unless I went to a YouTube channel called Snazzy Labs. Now, the guy who operates that channel knows what he's talking about when it comes to that app, and I would suggest going there to get more information about that. So I'll actually post a link at the bottom of this to the exact video that I watched, and then from there you can decide whether or not you would like to follow or subscribe to that YouTube channel. So in conclusion, the integration of iOS 12, Shortcuts, and the Remote S app have all proven to work pretty well together and give us more Siri commands for the Tesla Model 3. And if you found the information in this video useful, be sure to either like the video or better yet, subscribe to it, as I'll be doing more informational videos much like this in the future. Until then, stay safe.